Again, let's talk about the recession. The yield curve has inverted. If you're not sure what that is, look it up. But over the last 50 years, when the yield curve inverts, it is one of the most consistent recession indicators. That, coupled with the stock market dropping 800 points in August and bouncing up and down since, has caused a lot of talk about recession being closer than we thought. So what does that really mean for the US housing market? Hi, I'm Diala Zahabi with Next Home Coastal. Interestingly enough, homeowners in the US have over $6.3 billion in equity in their homes. Only 4.1% of homeowners have negative equity. Back in 2010, homeowners had 25.3% of negative equity. So as we think about recession and how it relates to the housing market, we need to look at those factors like these. With $6.3 billion in equity in homes, homeowners aren't going to bail out. Also, according to the Urban Institute, over 37% of homes don't even have a mortgage on them. During the last crash, people were taking equity out of their home and buying boats and cars. They were using their home as an ATM machine, but now they are keeping their money in their home. That's why we have 37% of homes mortgage-free and $6.3 billion in equity. Let's see what the CoreLogic thinks. They break down their anticipated increase in appreciation. If you look at the graph, all the states with the exception of Texas are seeing an increase in appreciation. According to the Home Price Expectation Survey, all the analysts are saying that we are going to see appreciation between the next 2 to 4 years, depending on how far each organization makes their predictions. The reason I feel it is important to talk about this is because with all the hype of a recession, we need to truly know what that means about housing market and not to let the fear of what happened in the last recession control our thoughts and emotions about what we should or shouldn't do. As Ali Wolf, the director of economist research, says, as people have PTSD from the last time, they're still afraid of buying at the wrong time. But we need to know the difference between 2008 and now. As Jeff Tucker-Zillow, economist, states, the housing crash during the Great Recession left a lasting impression. But as we look ahead to the next recession, it is important to recognize how unusual the conditions were that caused the last one. And what's the difference between the housing market today? Rather than an abundant home, we have a shortage of new home supply. Rather than a risky borrower taking on adjustable rates mortgage, we have buyers with sterling credit scores taking out predictable 30-year fixed rate mortgage. The housing market is simply much less risky than it was 15 years ago. Bottom line is that we are in totally different time, and many of the economists' indicators, as well as how easy was to get a loan and the type of loans that were available back then, that are totally different. So let's not make this something that it isn't. I just feel it is important we know the facts, as many times the media is not telling us everything. They love to give us negative headlines out there because they sell more. So please reach out to us at Diala Zahabi Next Home Coastal, as we want to help you be your knowledge base. Remember, we love what we do, we love you.